So Conor Benn moves to 16-0 with a 4th round TKO victory over Steve, is it Jamoye? Jamoye, I think that's how you pronounce it. Benn is a work in progress. He's always compared to his dad, not just because he is the son of a famous boxer, but also because stylistically and even in terms of his mentality, he reminds me very much of his dad, and obviously other people feel the same way. However, one of the criticisms that people have had of Conor Benn, one of the many criticisms, is that pound for pound, he doesn't carry the same kind of punching power that his dad had. And this is something I've said before. However, in retrospect, when I look back at Nigel's career, he wasn't really a massive puncher at super middleweight. At middleweight, yeah, he was more of a serious puncher, but at super middle, he wasn't this, wrecking ball that he was when he was rising the ranks at 160. And maybe with Conor Benn, it's a case of him fighting in a weight division too high. Perhaps if he dropped down to 140 pounds, the punching power would be more effective against the smaller guys. Now, a lot of you are going to be wondering where I'm going with this. He just knocked a guy out in Steve Jamoye. Yeah, he did. But Conor Benn, similar to his dad, when he wants to punch hard, he really looks like he's throwing everything at the punch, maximum effort. With a lot of serious world-class punchers, they tend to throw shots which at times look effortless, but have devastating effects. Conor Benn and his dad Nigel were never like that. They were always guys who would strain, you could see their face straining and they're putting the absolute maximum they could possibly put into these big, sometimes wild shots. So, and even then, they have an effect, but not the kind of clinical knockout that maybe a Deontay Wilder might get. And obviously Wilder's a heavyweight, but I'm just using it as a pound-for-pound example. So, yeah, Conor Benn, he hits hard enough, but he certainly doesn't appear to me to be an elite-level puncher. Maybe he'll develop into one. He did get rid of this guy, Steve Jamoye. He boxed a lot in this fight, and it's good to see him boxing, although within the first minute, I want to say, of the fight, he was getting caught with right hands straight away, even though he was boxing on the back foot. So there's a hell of a lot to work on there with Conor Benn. Defense obviously doesn't come natural to him. He's much more of a naturally offensive fighter. But he understands that in this game of boxing, you need to be versatile. If you only fight one way, unless you are absolutely exceptional in fighting that particular way, then versatility is the only way you're going to have success at the highest level. So, yeah, he's trying to diversify his portfolio, if you want, in terms of the tactics and the different styles that he can box. So it was what he, was expected to do against this level of opponent. And he moves on to bigger and better things. They're looking to get him a British title shot in the new year, which I think is the kind of level that he should be aiming at the moment. Obviously, he wants to go places. And just like his dad, Conor Benn has tremendous heart. He's very fiery. He has this desire to swap level with people. Even when he's boxing, the instinct is there to start trading and all that kind of stuff, just like his dad. And it got his dad into a lot of trouble. Nigel Benn was knocked out by Michael Watson. He was stopped by Chris Eubank before he finally went on a serious run. So, well, to be fair, he had a decent run before he fought Eubank first time, but still, after that, and when he stepped up to super middleweight and he was WBC super middleweight champion, he had a very good run as WBC super middleweight champion. And during that run, as I say, he wasn't just blasting through everybody, Nigel Benn. There were some people that were able to go rounds with him. You remember the fight against Henry Wharton? You remember the fight that he had against Jimenez, I believe the guy was called? That fight was right before the Gerald McClellan fight. That went a distance. He did have some good knockouts. I remember him knocking out Lou Gent, but these are, no disrespect, low-level opponents, Lou Gent. Nicky Piper, yeah, but to me, Nicky Piper was weight drained in that fight. No disrespect to Nigel. There's a good knockout win over Nicky Piper. But point I'm making is, at 168, Nigel wasn't an absolute beast, devastating puncher. You know, good puncher, but not devastating. So can they get Conor Benn down to a weight division below? I don't know. He seems reluctant to. But if they can, I reckon it might be beneficial for him. Or perhaps they stay at 147 and they grow into the weight division. You know. Now, obviously, punching power is only one aspect of boxing, but the reason I'm making so much of a deal about it in this video is because if Conor Benn is to go all the way, he's going to need something exceptional about him, in my opinion. And his power at 147 is not exceptional. His defense certainly isn't. I know he's got heart, exceptional heart and determination and that killer instinct, but nah, he's going to need something else, a physical attribute that's exceptional. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Should this guy drop down to 140 if it's possible, or should he stay at 147 and maybe grow into the weight? Let me know. Were you impressed by the performance? Do you see improvements? I do see improvements. I don't want to make out as though it's the same thing happening every time with Conor Benn. No, I see improvements, but there's going to need to be vast improvements before I really believe this guy's ready for, you know, European, world level, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And forgive my ignorance, but who is the current welterweight British champion? I'm not sure who it is. Let me know, people. It's happening. I'm out.